Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play Robotics Notes Dash. In the last episode, Daru and Kaito finally located the first of the AR switches placed by Koki Mijima and managed to, well, deactivate it, which in turn deactivated the Catgirl Maid phenomenon that had occurred via the AR technology. But the Matchlock robot still is in effect, which means we still need to find that particular switch if we want to get rid of that. Not to mention the fact that we're almost certain to be other quote-unquote surprises left by Koki Mijima, and we're going to have to find those switches as well. But for the time being, I think the day is coming to a close, so we should probably get some rest. I yell at Hashida-san's board bag as he leaves the festival ground, only to receive a wave back without him turning around. Typical Daru. Oh well. Fare thee well. Is he really going to be okay? It'll be fine, Kaito. Yeah. Don't need to be worrying about Daru right now. Well, except in situations where we actually do need to keep an eye on him. But I digress. But judging by what happened today, our situation doesn't seem to be too urgent. I guess I'll have to deal with this bizarre buddy for a little while longer. Buddy, a partner or teammate. Movies and shows that feature a pair working together are often referred to as buddy-type media, e.g. buddy cop movies. We'll get used to it because Daru's not going away anytime soon.
お兄ちゃん、お疲れ様でした。
Wasn't actually too bad. Nairi's now back in her casual attire again. Hooray.
Ah, Airi-chan.
Of course, Nairi's outfit is back to normal.
やっぱりお兄ちゃんはあの格好のままの方が良かったですか?
Was I making a disappointed face just now? I didn't mean to.
そんな橋田さんじゃあるまいし。
そうですか。でも、もしああいう格好が好きなら言ってくださいね。お家で来ますから。
Irie is still, yeah, Irie is still, catering to Kaito's whims. Even though it's, rather awkward. Yeah. Irie says as she chuckles. She's become a little devil in the short time I haven't seen her.
お兄ちゃん、これから帰るんですよね。だったら一緒に帰りませんか?
ごめん、俺ちょっと寄るところあるから。
アキコさんのところですか?
違うよ。なんで? い
え、だって帰ってきてからあんまりゆっくり話してないみたいでしたから。
There'll always be time to converse during the festival. Honestly, even if I did have a sit-down conversation with Akio, I wouldn't know what to talk about. It hasn't even been that long. True that. We didn't see each other for 6 months. That's it. But because we were always together, maybe the little bit of time that we separated was enough to change something between us.
今日はどうしても一人でね、行きたいところがあるんだよ。だからさ、悪いけど先に帰っててくれる？
わかりました。じゃあ、お家で待ってますね。
Perhaps I resensed something in my tone. She nods her head without objecting further. I watch Irie walk off toward the parking lot, then I head to a certain place. Where might this place be? Well, we'll soon find out. By the time I get there, the sky has already turned orange. I see. This place. Of all the places on the island of Tanegashima, this is where Kaito Yashio ends up. And with good reason.
久しぶりだね、飯塚さん。
7 months ago. Mizuka-san, Mizune's friend, and someone who was like an older sister to me, passed away, which is putting it lightly. The cause of her death was also the beginning of that loathsome incident. Her exoskeleton company branded HUG went berserk. That's not the full story. Seems like Kaito's thoughts are being interrupted. Just as I'm about to offer her the flowers that I bought, I notice that there are already flowers here. There's one person other than Kaito that will do that. Well, 2 actually, but I digress. They look fresh. Someone must have come by in the last few days. Was it Akio? Maybe it was Michi. Yeah, the other friend of Misaki and Mizuka. Or perhaps. Yeah. I gently close my eyes. Suddenly, Mizuka-san is there in front of me. Or at least, a memory of her. She stands there with her usual ironic smile, the same one she always wore at the Irei General Store. Irei General Store, a privately owned general store near Chuo Tanegashima High School. Students frequent it in the morning during lunch break and after school. Operation hours are 7 AM to 10 PM.
久しぶりじゃないか、カイ。
Yeah, that was her usual greeting.
水香さん。
何？私の顔になんかついてる？
But this is nothing more than a memory, a recollection of the past.
いや、元気そうだなって。
死んだ人間に元気そうも何もないじゃないか。
Dead. Too true. That's right. Mizuka-san is dead. She's not here anymore.
まったく、そんな顔するんじゃないよ。半年以上も経ってるんだ。いい加減慣れなって。
I can't just get over it like that. I don't even want to. A person's death isn't that easy to let go of, especially given the manner in which Mizuka Ire died, let alone when it's someone dear to you.
それにあんたも、もう自分の進む道を自分で決めたんだ。今さら私の力なんて必要ないだろう。
そんなことないよ。俺なんてまだわからないことだらけだ。
そう。でも悪いけど、湖協定はもう解消だよ。これからはあんたが一人でやんなくちゃ。
Yep. No more of those bizarre tasting passion fruit buns anymore. That ritual is very much been put to rest.
あれを食べた時のあんたの何とも言えない顔を見られないのは少し残念だけどね。
Passion fruit bun. A passion fruit flavored steam bun sold at Ire General Store. Very few people buy it due to the taste, so Kaito made a deal with Mizuka Ire. If he ate one, she would give him one piece of information.
あれはもうごめんだよ。
Yeah, to be fair, they were pretty terrible. By that I mean god awful.
そんなこと言って、そのうち懐かしくなって食べたくなるもんだ。人生ってのはそういうものさ。
However, the information that Mizuka gave Kaito was really useful and in some cases invaluable. But of course, when it came to the matter of Kokimijima, that was an entirely different story. The very story that ultimately cost her her life. Is that really how it works? I don't understand yet.
とにかく、あんたはもう未来に向かって歩き始めてるんだ。私のことなんて忘れちまいな。
Adults always contradict themselves. Ain't that the truth? Just a second ago she said I'd missed the passion fruit bun, but now she expects me to forget about her.
あ、それから、ミサのこと頼むよ。私がこんなになって一番心を痛めているのはミサだろうからね。
Very true.
わかったよ。
Life. Once upon a time, Mizuka and Misaki were perhaps closer than even Kaito and Akio ever were.
それともう一つ、秋のことちゃんとしてあげなよ。
But that was then, and this is now.
そんな顔するな。男だろ。それじゃあね、カイ。
Yet, even in the depths of Kaito's imagination, Mizuko hasn't changed, and still behaving the way that she always did. He knew her only far too well.
しっかり頑張んなよ。
Mizuka-san says what she wanted to say, then disappears from the back of my eyelids. She's so selfish, and yet there was a reason for that. She always disappears suddenly.
また来るよ、いつかさ。
I whisper before leaving the sorrowful cape behind and go to Reddens. Meanwhile, Daru is moaning about the weather, as usual. The next day, the sunshine of Tanegashima is still way too much for a city boy like me. The only saving grace is the strong wind to cool things off. Tanegashima is apparently known as the Island of Wind. It's constantly windy around here. Well, better to have some form of air conditioning than none at all. So fortunately it doesn't feel as hot as it could, but that still doesn't make the sunshine any less painful. Yeah, you're not the only one, Daru.
同じじゃないっしょ。僕はヤシオキュンたちと違って重い鎧を着てるんだからさ。
And it's not easy for me to take off said armor since it's made of fat. That's on you, Daru.
それだけ汗かきゃいいダイエットになるんじゃない？
If only.
どんだけ汗かいてもそれは水分が出てってるだけでダイエットにはなんないっつうの。おしっこいっぱいしても痩せはしないっしょ。それと一緒。
別に胸張って言うことでもないと思うけど。
Yeah, moving on. It's only been 3 days since we met, but I feel like Yashio-kyun's already lost all sense of restraint with me. For now. But I prefer that to being treated with some odd sense of respect just because I'm an adult. Of course I have my communication skills to thank for breaking down the walls between us. I don't think you can brag about that. And, it's the third day of the festival. Takio is, oh. Yeah. Doing her, festival duties. I hear an energetic voice that seems to ignore the summer heat. That voice could only belong to one person. Akitan is standing in front of a stall, waving her hand vigorously. Well, shouldn't keep her waiting. Yet another piece of Tanegashima dialect, I see. Mikari-mo-san, a greeting in the Tanegashima dialect. It has a similar meaning to good morning, hello, good evening, etc.
Mokorizo-san?
違うよ。めっかりもうさんっていうのは種子島弁でおはようのこと。
Yeah, pay attention, Daru.
あ、そうなん。なんだ、びっくりしたお。じゃあ改めまして、めっかりもうさん。
Indeed.
めっかりもうさん。
Too bad.
あ、やっぱり今日は猫耳メイドじゃないんか。残念。
Let it go, Daru. Let it go.
まだ言ってる。いい加減諦めたらいいの。
あれは昨日だけ。
And not by choice either. Akitan starts fidgeting at the mere mention of yesterday's events. I'm sure that's going to be a dark memory for her.
昨日だって他の人たちも同じ格好になってたからまだ良かったけどさ。
Yeah. It's not like she was wearing it IRL, but I guess that's not the issue here. Finally, Daru understands.
でも絶対集客力上がると思うんだよね。
Don't start giving Sumio ideas. You'll never hear the end of it.
そうだ、せっかくだから僕から店長さんに提案してみるっつうのは。
Daru, what did I just say?
本当にやめてください。
Yeah, Ixnay. Akitan's cheeks redden and puffing up. She's cute when she gets embarrassed. Curse you, Yashio-kun. Good thing you didn't say that out loud. He's blessed with such an adorable childhood friend, yet he's still allowed to hang out with cuties like Juntan, Frautan, and Irutan. Speaking of friends, let's see what Twibbo has for us this morning. First is from Faris. Yesterday was the 3rd anniversary of our meeting event for the first Akihabara Entertainment Cafe that Faris produced. Mermaid. Nyan Nyan. Thank you for coming, every Nyan. First, Cafe Nyan Nyan. Now, Mermaid. She's given it, well, she's just given her maid cafe the name Mermaid, obviously. Or no, it would be a different venue. Yeah, I'm just getting confused. It gives me chills to think that there are actual people who want any technology related to Ko Kimijima. Yeah, you're not the only one who has reason to be worried there, Kurikame. When you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. The Hoenkyoma bot spouting some Nietzsche there. That's deep. What a lesson. Ever the dutiful disciple there, Ruka. Faris would rather want the robotics club kids from Tanigashima that saved the world, Nyan. I really felt their purity and hard work from the live commentary video, Nyan. TBH, they are cute, Nyan. Well, if only you were here yesterday, but too little too late, I guess. Plus you have things in Akihabara to deal with there, Faris. I feel you in all caps. In the end, the clever venture president turned out to also be a pervert. Don't categorize me with Darunyan. Yeah, Faris may be a little obsessive at times, but she's, well, more from the same material as Hoenn Kiyoma than Daru. I feel you repeating what he just said. And capping off with Mayuri. Lunched with Mayushi. Today I went to the store and got my usual large fried chicken meal. Hope it's enjoyable. On to the island gossip. Gotta work hard. There's so much to do. There is. You got it. Osu. Are we mimicking some of Juna's habits there? Thank you very much, Osu. Gonna run to the man from the sea statue while the hard-hearted sergeant is out of sight. And of course, yeah, referring to Subaru there. I said the man from the sea statue, but it was just a lie. Damn it, bro. Big brother is out today again. I guess I'll wander around the food court. Please come visit me. Akio, sorry, yeah. Despite dealing with customers all day is, tending to get a little bit lonely when none of the other members actually visit. I thought I would find a direction if I came to the robot lecture venue, but I guess it's not that easy. Oh well. Now on to some Twippo gossip. Isn't this Ko Kimijima? Who recorded that? A local person posted it on Twippo. Damn, that's dangerous, report it. Why? I thought he was dead. Wasn't the story that he disappeared 6 months ago? That was the story. But the dead man has come back, in a manner of speaking. Don't repost without permission, scumbag. Users. As a person living in Kagoshima, my eyes are tearing up. Should I flee to the northeast for real? I thought that Ko Kimijima died 10 years ago. What do you mean he's back? He's just data, right? Something like an AI? To me that could mean there could be many that means there could be many copies. Yeah, that's what he said before he disappeared the last time, is that he would pretty much be proliferating as data. I just called my friend in Tanegashima and they believed nothing was wrong. They live in Minamitane, so they didn't hear that something happened because they weren't at the opening ceremony. Could someone point out the size of Ko-chan? Is he a giant or something? Megako, huh? I heard him speak. It was a stereotypical villain monologue. Seems like a part of the production. People again jumping to wrong conclusions. Well, not about the first part, but definitely about the second. You tweepers blowing up. You famous now. LOL. It's just the thing they did to hype up the festival using the incident from 6 months ago. People are overreacting. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a treasure hunting tour where you find stuff left by Ko Kimijima. Yeah, that's not Sumio's doing. That sounds fun. I want to try it even as a joke. What is wrong with you, good sir? They made a model using data just for this. So much work. Again, not they're doing. Could it all be fake? Maybe Kimijima doesn't exist and everything was staged by someone from the robotics club. Everything, even at the battle with the space center, was all a show. Once again, people's context is completely out of whack, but people will believe what they want to believe. Or maybe they had a movie script and there was a promotion based off of that. LOL. Too easy. Here's my prediction, a movie adaptation will be announced a year from now. Wouldn't this have the opposite effect? I feel like less people would come to the festival. It'd be scary if he was really back. Talk about poor tastes. You shit. Definitely said it. You talking about Kimijima-kun? He's sleeping next to me right now. Be afraid if that's the case. Be very afraid. Speaking of, I thought Japan had reached peace when I saw a BL book about Kokun. Oh god. Was it photoshopped? Thanks to the fake news. And nothing from nothing from Yuki. Which is, you would actually think that Daru would keep in touch with his family via Twitter. I guess not. I guess not.
それよりさ、せっかく来たんだから何か食べてってよ。
Yeah, even a guy as big as you has to eat, Daru.
そういえば食べ物のお店だったっけ?
As if he only just remembered that fact. With what happened yesterday, I didn't have a chance to eat. Now you do.
カイはご飯は食べてきたの?
まあ軽くはね。でもせっかくだし食べていくってのもありかな。
Oh, looks like you got your wish after all, Akio.
やった。
Akitan works at a local cuisine restaurant. Apparently they serve combo meals during lunch hours too. I hear they're closing the main store during the festival, focusing on this food stand to keep up with the customer base. And also to keep up with the other stalls as well. Business is
はい、こ
business.
ちらメニューになります。
When I look at the menu, I see they have a pretty decent lineup despite being a food stand. You expect anything less? Since the main restaurant is nearby, they can use its larger kitchen for preparing food, she says.
なんかいっぱいあって迷う。
Well, you're going to have to pick something.
アキちゃんのおすすめは？
軽く食べるならこのサバサンドとか美味しいんじゃないかな。あとは BLT サンドとか。
なんか普通のメニューだね。
だって郷土料理なんてカイは食べ飽きてるだろうから。
Jet's point.
橋田さんにはこのザコバーガーとかどうかな。
Zako refers to the silver-striped round herring fish in the Tanegashima dialect. The best season for catching it is said to be in the early summer before they start spawning. Zako is eaten in a variety of ways such as sashimi, tempura, fried, stewed, etc.
ザコ？なんそれ？なんかディスられてる？
そうじゃなくてキビナゴのこと。種子島ではキビナゴをザコって呼ぶんですよ。
さ、キビナゴをすり身にしてハンバーグ状にして焼いたのを挟んでるの。意外と美味しいよ。
sure it's delicious.
ほえ
他はそうだな、アゴカツとかアゴパスタとか。
More interesting food. Ago. Another name for flying fish in the Kyushu and Kansai regions, pronounced ago. Agodashi, soup stock, is popular for its far more elegant and rich taste compared to dried anchovies and bonito flakes. Looks like we're being spoiled for choice.
アゴ
トビウオのことです。
Yeah, not as in the other type of ago, as in time.
ああ
Go. Sorry about that. Now that she mentions it, I remember my waifu telling me that flying fish are called ago and Kyushu. And of course being famous. I heard about it when we were talking about ago broth.
特にこっちのアゴパスタは美味しいですよ。
I'm sure it is. The picture in the menu shows an oil-pickled piece of flying fish on top of what looks like a peperoncino pasta, garnished with what looks like fish flakes. Well, this does good look. Good look? Look good.
ねえこれってひょっとしてアキタンが作ってたりするん？
もちろん。
She says proudly before immediately curling up. I thought as much.
と言いたいところだけど、うちは接客だけ。作ってるのは店長なんだ。
Yeah, Akio only serves the food. She doesn't make it.
うちもゆくゆくは厨房でも働かせてもらえるようになりたいんだけど。
It's the little steps that count. Akitan looks discouraged. It's apparent from her body language that this is no easy goal to achieve. Very different from making robots, and even that was no small feat.
っていうかさ、前から疑問だったんだけど、なんでアキちゃんこのお店でバイト始めたの？
Actually, quite a very good question there from Kaito.
なんでって、それは募集してたからだよ。
おじさんにお願いして雇ってもらったんじゃなかったっけ？
Yeah, not a detail that she loves to bring up.
第一、バイトなら他でも募集してるでしょ？それこそ家から近い中種あたりでも。それに飲食店ってアキちゃんっぽくないし。
Nakatane, a town located in central Tanegashima, Kagoshima Prefecture. As of February 2018, the population is around 8,100 people. The main national and prefectural roads on the island pass through the Noma district, the district where the Kagoshima town hall is located. The Tanegashima airport is also located there, making it the sole way to travel on the island by air. On the west side of the island is the Nagahama coast, which is about 12 kilometers long. It is a famous surf point, which attracts surfers from all over the country. Learning quite a bit about Tanegashima all over again. Should be quite useful information for Daru, I would think. But this episode is going to draw to a close, and when we return, well, we shall learn the reason about why Akio Shinomiya has chosen to work at this particular restaurant of all places on Tanegashima Island. As always, until next we meet.